There once was a man named Tumu who lived on an island called Hawaii. Tumu was very special because of the love and bond he shared with the animals of the sky, land, and sea. They would follow him wherever he went, where they could. They listened to him and he to them. Every day, Tumu would travel to the islands across the sea to visit and be with the animals that lived there. He would walk on the backs of parrotfish, tuna, turtles, and more, as there was an abundance of them. As he did so, the birds of the air would follow above him in flocks, their wings and shadows sheltering and cooling him as he walked from island to island. Over time, Tumu noticed that it was harder to walk across to the other islands, as there were less of his friends around to help him. Tumu could not understand why his friends were disappearing. Worried for them, he called upon his ancestors for help.
The ocean plays an important role in the lives of our people. It is our food basket, a space that separates us yet connects us through voyaging. It is a place for education and recently for economic opportunities. However, our ocean is dying, reefs are degrading, and there are less fish.
Ko te Tāua e Moana, e tere te ia. Te atupu ia e te tai putuputuanga e tokotoru. O ia kōrero o te ōrau, te Upukare Society, e rakatoa te Voyaging Society. E nārunga i tō tātou waka ko ia te murumuru atua. No te pai atuanga i te tai karere, ki tō tātou i te tangata. No runga i te o manamana tāe tupune i tō tātou Moana. Ko te tuke o te karere paina nei ki tō tātou i te tangata ko iau ko te akara nei tātou i tō tātou Moana mi te tai tūranga kōpū tangata tēnō tātou. Te inara nei mātou i te tau i te vairua e ngā i kimikai o anga tēnā tātou. Ko te ngā i ko tō tātou Moana e piri anga taia ke te norira te tere karanga i ea ko Tāua e Moana.
On our 7-week sail around the northern group and our 2-week sail around the southern group, we didn't really catch that much fish. Even though we had our 2 lines out at the back of the waka, we were trolling. So we did see a few flock of birds, which is supposed to tell us that there's fish around them, but we didn't see any or catch any, which made us think that something's wrong with our fish or something's going on with our ocean.
During the voyage, fishers on each island shared their views on the state of our fisheries.
Naka taui anga tikai. Tua tau mua. Ko ne te nua tikai, I ko te ranga motu. Ki o te ranga I te ika. Ke teme ngare, haru ke tako di kairi.
Akaranga me te whapuku. Te whapuku te ira, kari ngaro, te waine, are rake aitene me te tuatau mua ka are taka tika mai e a anere. Te ira, me ka ero e ka tika mai te whapuku, ko papu ia koe e tai me ka re e rua.
Si ni da tuatau, me kua ki toko i te rai kai kapiki ana mātou i maniki a punua. A kai kai, kakai. Ia poto hua no te ia, o ia i te punu. Toko papa e re, toko papa e rauka ne e rātou te rai. Te ia tuatau are roa au kiti a koua nei te rai.
Karanga nei rātou e, the skipjacks of a healthy population. Agara, doubted whether it doesn't look healthy there too, no runga te catches area.
Ia rātou i te rera tuatau, e iua na rātou. Hare rātou e te mātau ki te ika i te rera tuatau, kākai rātou i te ai, kākai rātou i te ika i ruto i te teirot, te ika i runga i te akau. Pat mea re rātou te au tāne tini ki ruto i te moana i ai, karau ka mai tā rātou. Te ai tanga i rera, mātai i rera te ika i te tuatau mua. Hare katoa te rāu ika i neke ana. Te rā ka warenga rā i ki runga i te rāu.
In 1984, 86 of me undergo. So me era mai mato me era mai ki pamts, me era mai mato ki youth, me era mai youth. Pau te kako youth, e ti poti tanganga. Era mai roto te teia, era ka nota Tāua. No tai tonga kari no ro te tei kai Tāua. Era tai me era mai koi ki roto na roto te poti na roto mai te awa. Me aka ro koi te roroka area. Ki te ua koi te Tāua era karakara e Tāua. E tuata, o ke mei o i ti 94, ko tau ia.
Apart from the decline in fisheries, we've also learned that our ocean is facing other impacts. A major one for us in the Cook Islands is the outbreak of the coral-eating starfish, locally known as taramea. Taramea outbreaks has been reported in the past to kill entire reefs throughout the Cook Islands. Korero Te Orao has been removing taramea since the year 2019 on 4 islands, Rarotonga, Mitiaro, Mauke and Aitutaki.
There is also the loss of reefs due to coral bleaching. This is a stress response by corals to warmer ocean temperatures. We know from studies that these events will only get worse. I remember in 2015 on my island of Manihiki in the Northern Cook Islands, large areas of our reefs were killed by bleaching. Even our giant clams were bleached and died because the water was too warm. You see, when we think about all the stresses and impacts that our ocean is facing, it's really hard for me to understand how we are still pushing for more.
The decline in marine resources is clearly a common theme throughout the Cook Islands. But what do local residents think are driving these changes?
Me te ngaro anga te whapuku, e patia nau i tātou mātou te ronga tau teika nei, ia ke titi a ko te eika, tuku a ki ānau. Are ki tātou i mālama e, are ke tano e no te tautai. No te mea, me are tātou tiki mai ai, te eke ara to te ele te ika ti tua. Are ke pau ana e tātou te tiki mai a. Are e tumu kea tu te tai. Pene te e tuatua are nei e te tau nei te rewa. It's probably a combination of changes, overfishing, commercial fishing, with stocks area, te o ika area, and also maybe changes in temperatures area. So it's a combination of those factors area. Tanu te Moana, te vera te Moana, tiki area te mea. Auru re te ika area te rao.
Penei pā, ngō te iau pai tautai tātātou i tēne. Te tei au mea kua tāi atu ki te kupenga kua ora mai te tei au te ia pae oro mai ne norera kārea warenga. Are rata ana te mea. E mātaro te au e nimi roto i te moana e kangani i rātou.
Many local residents believe that the decline in reef resources are the result of climate change impacts, and the decline in pelagic resources are due to commercial fishing pressures. So what is the way forward? How do we address these problems without compromising food security and the economic opportunities of our nation?
Ya katupo tato de tai tautai nga karanga dero ba fishing industry no tu kalenia. Te tai o pasire ye ke de kimi mai ra tu te. Umi te tua tau mai tomato papa ya kamatai te fish commercial fishing o te kukalen. Ra mai te common eri mo pot tautai no mariki mai. Ari mala ma te turu ngai te na tapa wa tu eri te ye me ki ara ke. Ani ngā tātou I no, ngāni tātou te teo pairikiriki no tātou, tautai rai tātou ki tātou rai, āmakoua tātou.
We've learned that we really can't continue business as usual. We know it is difficult to curb global emissions because that requires international cooperation. But what we can do is to do our bit at the local level to minimize our contribution. That means reduce our poor land use practices and to slow down on the use of our marine resources as commodities. We need to give our environment time to recover and adapt.
Ko te tai tuanga o ki rea I roto te tere no mātou ko ioki. I te pai e tuanga I te ao karere. Ki roto I tā tātou api I are. I te api I tā tātou tamariki are. E ati e tupune pera katoa. Api I anga ki a rātou e ati au rāwenga. Ko te o mea te tā mātou e opara nei ki tā tātou ano. No te mea, ko rātou te uki tūpapa o tuato, ko rātou arapaki I atu. E te o mana tā. Te ka tupu mai, no roto I tā tātou anga ngai rawani I te tuato. Mokore te e tupu nei I te tuato. No te tūranga o tauia ngā rewa e pera katoa. No te o tū tautei tā tātou e rawani roto I tō tātou Pāmoana Pacifica.
We all have some knowledge of the declining state of our marine resources. Tāua and Moana was an opportunity for us not only to educate the people of this nation what the state of our ocean is in, but it was for those who sailed on the waka to see firsthand what is happening. And we hope that they would be inspired to become the environmental champions and warriors we need in the future to find solutions.
O te tairawenga pōpinga ro atu, ko te akora ko mai ngai tā tātou akononga Māori. Te kite ni tātou I te ara, te tomo eru atura tātou ki roto I te oranga papa. E te kino eru atura tō tātou au natura.
Time has passed and the state of our ocean continues to worsen. The plight of our ocean resources is also intricately linked to the demise of indigenous people and their way of life.
The answer to Tumu's call was always you, the iti tangata Māori of these ocean spaces. You have walked away from your post. You are the most important piece to this intricate network of life. It is time you wake up and embrace who you are and resume your responsibility.